Alrighty, guys, what's up? So today I did take one trade here, and this is not something I'm gonna post on like Twitter or like Insta or something like that, because it's not something I want you guys to focus on. Like I get this question all the time: How do you trade consolidation? It's like, why do you want to trade consolidation really when you're likely not profitable? You shouldn't be focusing on how to trade everything, right, when you're in that phase in your journey. You should be focusing on how to identify the highest probable setups and just trade that. If you have experience and you know the difference between high probable and low probable, then this video is more for you, or this recap. Now, I only took this trade to literally get a trading day. That's it. There's nothing more. I can 100% identify that this win is not a good win at all. It's not. I would never take this on a live account, for example. It's just a prop firm account, which is fake money. If you really think about it, it's literally fake. And I have large buffers, so a loss on it doesn't matter to me really, right? It's either I take a small loss on the day or I get a trading day towards a payout. Like there's really no like for me, there's really no risk to it or whatever. Like it doesn't matter to me. So I'm gonna show you guys this trade here, kind of how I went about it. I was very conservative because this is very, very, very low probable. So in my opinion, it would make absolutely no sense to short this. In my opinion, like that makes absolutely no sense if you know phase of price. There's a lot of ways why you would never short this. So first off, like what are we closer to? The previous day's high or the previous day's low, right? They're obviously previous high, but it's also the phase of price that we get within the current day and the previous day, right? So we already started the phase of price yesterday, right? It expanded and then New York started to retrace, and then we remained in that range. So now we know it's consolidation, right? We're literally just inside barring between this little range, just consolidating. So what comes after consolidation? It's continuation. Okay. Now, one thing we must understand about when price expands, consolidates, is it's pretty easy to anticipate what price is going to do. Like we know it's going to expand, but it's only easy to act on it and trade it when we actually manipulate. Obviously, right? This is what we want to happen. We want to manipulate the range low in order to create a protected swing to target the opposing side, right? So basically, expansion, consolidation, manipulation of that range low, and expansion again, right? That's the ideal way to trade it. But I get this question all the time, like how do you trade it when it doesn't manipulate? I'll show you here, but I don't want you guys to just look for this everywhere because it's still extremely low probability, right? And I treat it a lot differently. Okay, it's still some mechanical ways to go about it, but here we go. So first off, you can't short this at all. Like, I don't know why anyone will short this because it doesn't even hit anything relevant to really begin with. So, like, what did it hit here? I'm not really sure. And if you look at the high of day, it's just 1800. Like, don't short this, guys. It's just 1800 YM. This is 1800. So the day does open low first. That's a good thing. It does open low first. It's pretty good. That's what we want to happen. Now if we mark out the current day low, which would be right here, we also have this internal cracking correlation with this 1400 low. So let's go ahead and mark that out. Not that it means too much, guys, because it's still not a relevant low, right? It's not a relevant low. Okay. So yeah, we can't short this, guys, because it didn't hit anything relevant. I don't even know how you would short this. Like, I think this is the most relevant high, probably like right here, maybe at the time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the short setup like at all, but I saw some people short, but I don't get it. But we know that what swept this low, guys, is 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Okay. That's what created Everton. So if we go to 7 o'clock on NQ, it's actually this low, technically. It's a bit weird. And this is consolidation signatures and price where the highs and lows do not match up on correlated assets, right? You're seeing the low of the day over here, 7 o'clock, but over here, it's weird. It's like 7 o'clock is up here. That is a sign of low probable conditions, which is literally consolidation, like when the price does this, where highs and lows do not match up at all. You don't really want it to price to look like that. You want them to be like symmetrical. But this is technically a two-stage SMT, technically, but it's very low probable. Okay. And when you look at the time that this was printed, it is at 10 o'clock. Okay. So 10 o'clock candle right here is right here. So now we have a PSP confirming the SMT. Okay. To potentially go longer or long. If we go to the 6-hour candles, you guys can see Q1, Q2 kind of opening low first. And then we have this potential Q3 expansion, right? We have a cracking correlation down there at the previous 6-hour low. You guys can see here. Right there, you see it. We do not take out midnight, or basically Q2 there. We do take out Q2. We also have not, we also on NQ took out 1800s high. As you can see, we took out 1800s high right here, but not on these other assets. Right, not on this asset, not on this asset. And this is important because what you're seeing is actually a strength switch. So while this asset is going stronger, so is ES. Look at ES, by the way. Like the draw cannot be any more obvious, kind of. It's like, and at this point, if we're gonna go to the current day high, I mean, dude, we're probably gonna go to the previous high. It's actually pretty close. That's the thing. It's actually pretty close. So you can already anticipate what's gonna happen here now, guys. Is that you're probably gonna make a two-stage SMT with YM. Let me actually pull up YM here. It's probably really confusing. So right here, you're probably gonna create a two-stage, right? We're going to probably take out this candle's low because this one's bearish expansion candle. This one's a bullish reversal candle, like a strength switch, right? So there you get it right there. And now this is how I approach it, guys. So yes, we have the two-stage and everything, but that doesn't mean just because of a strength switch and everything, it doesn't mean I'm going to trade it necessarily. You're going to see there's actually strength switch PSP down here as well. I'll go to ES. So look how we're taking out this low, which again is a failure swing. You do have a structured PSP right there on the 15-minute, as you can see. But again, it doesn't mean I'm gonna trade it because you have the two stages, but from what? Like from nothing that's like super relevant. Even though this low technically right here is YM's current day low, still it's just not that clean to me. So it looks something like this. It's just not something I will act on. Okay, I will really make sure price is expanding towards my direction is what I'm trying to say, right? So you guys are seeing that these assets are switching strength to catch up to NQ that already took out the previous days or the current day's high. You can see how this asset really didn't make an opposing run that far, where like YM absolutely did, like a lot further, you can see. But now we're switching strength there. But even with the actual strength switch, the SMT, we're strength switching again, as you can see, which is good. But this is what I waited for, guys. I waited for a lot of confirmation. So this is how I do it, how I trade away from failure swings, even though I don't like to necessarily. I don't like to teach it because I don't really want you guys to focus on that. But this is how you do it. So you need to be in expansion because in order for you to anticipate where the consolidation is headed, has to be a trend, right? Because if you're coming off expansion and price consolidates, we know price has to continue, right? But we don't know if it's going to manipulate or whatever. So this is how you trade it if it's just no manipulation, basically, right? So first off, you have to be bullish. If you're trading a bullish, if price expands and then consolidates, you're going to only trade bullishly. You're not going to trade to the low, right? You're not going to do that because price doesn't have to manipulate. Remember, it doesn't have to do that. That's why I don't understand why you guys would be looking for shorts or anyone would be looking for shorts. Doesn't make any sense. So this is how you do it. You have to trade in an internal manipulation, right? Because price has to take out either side of the range, but it's more likely to take out the highs because, right, we're bullish, right? And after price consolidates, you have to continue. So you're only going to be looking for internal SMTs to the consolidation highs, not the consolidation lows, okay, guys? Only internal SMTs towards the high. All right, so here you would get it You're not going to trade this reversal though. You're not going to do that. You're going to let price expand, create a gap, and ideally, this is the best thing you can do, is wait for price to engage like internal draws, right? And fail to manipulate them. Because that is really what's going to tell you if price is going to likely get here, right? Because the price like is showing you it's going to reverse from here and then even fail to manipulate here, and then maybe have like an SMT fill with this gap. Like that makes it so much more high probable. It's exactly what I did here with this trade, right? So look here, we have our 2-stage down here, even though it's gross, right? Because it's internal, it's always gonna look gross like this because it's internal. You're not gonna trade it. I don't give a shit if it's a strength switch. It's not what you want to be trading, right? So here we get these equal highs. We have a high right here as well, right? But this is a bearish candle right here. And by the way, this is what's basically, it's not confirming the low of we already have SMT technically at the current low of this 11M candle. So we already have SMT there, and we're already like expanding. You guys see this? We're already expanding away, so that's really good to see. But to continue the expansion of that 11-hour or 11 a.m. 1-hour candle, this is the current low of the candle. But we now have a gap, a 15-minute gap above that 11M candle for continuation. All right, so here you can see it. So you can see that ES actually takes out, or it actually doesn't. What high is this? Oh, this is the current high day. This is the current high day, not a relevant area at all. This is more so the next relevant area, I would say. And this is the previous high, which we know likely is going to get hit. But price does have an SMT here, but we don't care about this. We don't care about this SMT that you're seeing right here. We don't give a shit about that because it's equal high SMT, and it's not, this high is not relevant at all. We're expecting this to break. So in order to break the SMT and go through it, you need to have an SMT fill with this gap. We want to use this gap basically to get here and up here, basically, right? So do we have an SMT fill? Perfect, we do. Perfecto. So that's what I decided to trade. But I even waited for more confirmation. I waited for price to really fail to manipulate this high here, right? Because I know if this asset, if this asset here is failing to manipulate this high, then that means that ES is likely to fail to manipulate this high. Or where is it at? Oh yeah, this high, which it already did, basically. Look at ES. It already failed to manipulate this high. So you don't have to wait necessarily for NQ to fail to manipulate this high because ES already did it, right? And they're all expanding the same direction. So what does that mean? They're all going to get the same draw liquidity. But I even played it more conservative, dude. I was like really conservative about this trade. So I don't really want to trade this candle, this 15-minute candle here, because it already expanded basically. If we're going to continue, it's going to happen the next candle, right? Candle 3 basically. And I just want to confirm that wick of that candle 3. So if I pull up a little thing here, I want to trade candle 3. So where it's going to happen? Probably this gap, right? Or this CSD or whatever. So boom, right there. That's what I entered on. Put my stop loss here. Let me show you how I manage this because I'm only going in with 1 mini. I'm not going nothing crazy. And I only went for 3R, by the way. I could have went for 4R to the side, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Again, I do not care, dude. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting price to get to this high right here for sure because there's equal highs. Look at this, equal highs. The other asset already failed to manipulate it, so it's like almost like guaranteed to get to here, as like a free level there. But as soon as we pretty much trade to this level here and start to create this big expansion leg, I can now start to move my stop loss to here now, to the body. Price should not be coming down here, right? All the way in OTE. So you see how conservative I'm playing? You know, I'm already in with 1 mini, so I'm de-risking heavily. And I'm also trailing my stop loss because, again, it's not a high probable trade. Look at this asset. Look how close we are to the draw liquidity. Oh, wait, we already hit it. Like this asset already hit the draw liquidity. So now what should come next? This asset should hit the draw liquidity. It's very, very close. So as you can see, as soon as we continue through it, this draw now to the left here, we're failing to manipulate it. So what should this asset do now? Catch up. All right, and as soon as we get this CSD right here, boom, now I'm break even. And what am I up? Probably like 1R. Yeah, I'm up like 1.2 R. I'm already break even. So I'm playing it still like super conservative, guys. Like really, really conservative about this type of trade because it's ass, right? Even though one, it is not high probable at all. Of course, it does go there, but I do not care, dude. I'm just trying to get my $3 and kind of get out of there. I could have even went for 2, but I was gonna hold here, dude. But I was just like, whatever. Let me just get out of this fucking trade. I was even gonna share this trade, but I'm only gonna share in the Discord. Just I don't know. Maybe someone finds value in it, but I don't think there's too much value in this. I don't really want you guys to take trades because, like I said, evals or not evals, like funded accounts don't really mean as much to me as they do you guys. So I don't mind taking stuff like this. Like I don't mind taking a loss. If I took a loss in here, I would not care. Like I would 100% be okay with it because it's not a good trade. Like you can't be surprised if a trade like this loses, and you shouldn't be taking. You shouldn't be treating it like a high probable day. Like you shouldn't be putting a lot of risk on. But yeah, this is what I took here. I'll show you. I did not even TP at this high, as you guys can see. Dun, 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 dun. See, it's like 3R right here. That's how I TP it at. So yeah, nothing too crazy, dude. Low risk 3R trade. So you could have maybe taken it lower, but again, not high probable enough for me to do. It's pretty much like this. This is how I can approach this. Like I either get no trade, I'm cool with, or I take a very, very small loss, which I'm cool with. Like I just want a trading day so I can get closer to payout. A losing day is like a small losing day. It's like the same thing as no trade, honestly. To me, it's like doesn't really do anything. My buffer is like pretty large, so it doesn't really matter. So that's kind of like my process on a day like this. It's like I wait for a lot of things to happen. If it doesn't give me it, it's all good, bro. Like 100% all good. And if I take a loss on this type of day, again, you shouldn't be even surprised if you take a loss like this. It's 100% a skip day for a majority of the guys, I hope, because you don't have to be forcing stuff like this. But yeah, I'm not gonna be posting this on anything. It's just a recap on how I get a trading day on a low probable day. Some things that I wait for. Could have easily been a loss, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The reason why I chose indices, by the way, not like gold, for example. Gold is just way farther away from the previous high, like way farther away. You see how much farther it is away? We also just have a shit close as well compared. So it's really harder to trade gold than this asset. It's way, way closer. Like way, way closer. But yeah, nothing about this is clean. Just so you guys know, you don't have to feel bad about missing this day at all. So that's my recap about today. Maybe you learned something, probably not, but that's how I typically go about it, guys. About trading consolidation. I kind of already drew it up, but yeah, it's some type of oh shit internal cracking correlation, and then ideally a fail to manipulate gap, and then obviously if we're continuing from this gap, that is the fail to manipulate, and that gives you a way high probable little internal to external, ideally little move there. So that's kind of what I waited for is price to show me that it's going to go through the. You could have honestly taken this gap, like, or you could have taken this CSD like that. That's honestly fine too, like something like this. Basically the same thing I did. I took like a 1 minute off of that, but like this is the same trade basically. It's just like I failed to manipulate this level here. ES already did it. ES has a reason to continue. ES is way too high in the range for me to take, but it makes sense to continue. There's just not enough RR there. Yeah, we would expect NQ to likely get there as well because of all assets expanding away really, and this is assets still failing to manipulate and all that. But and even if it didn't, let's say that we form an SMT here or something, it's fine because I go break even really quickly. I'm risking nothing. So again, it doesn't really matter because I wouldn't really lose shit on this. Like all I need for price to do is this. Even if it comes back to where was it? I entered right here. When it comes back to me, remember I only take a small ass loss, like 1 mini like that. It's like nothing. So, yeah. So it's not a high probable trade at all. So I'm not gonna be answering questions about it really, because nothing to go over. Like it's not high probable, like at all.